we got another update real quick. And shout out to either the people and or law enforcement, boy, because y'all on a job this week right here. Say a man is charged in the deadly death of who? What the beautiful young lady was, a 19-year-old Leah Davis. Remember Leah Davis? Where the mentor was on the couch speaking and stuff and said that he think that because it was her first relationship, she was tricked or some shit. Remember that? Well, damn it, they done picked up a player. Let's see who the player is.
Has now been charged in the homicide of a 19-year-old woman here in Milwaukee. Keyshawn Rousey made his first court appearance today.
Cutie.
The criminal complaint alleges that Rousey shot and killed Leah Davis Saturday inside of her apartment
Why?
on 66th and Lisbon.
What she do?
The complaint states that Rousey had previously threatened to kill Davis and himself, and they had recently just broken up.
Shut
Davis's
up.
death highlights what can happen when warning signs of domestic violence go unreported. Sean Gallagher took a look at the case and took it to the Sojourner Family Peace Center.
They recently broke up. Damn it, what? Didn't I have done say that this it's some relationship, domestic love type shit? Didn't I have done told y'all? But no.
Milwaukee police tell me over 700 people in the last 2 years were arrested at least twice for domestic violence-related crimes, showing a pattern of repeat offenders. Court records show Keyshawn Rousey had no other domestic abuse run-ins with law enforcement, but the criminal complaint shows friends and neighbors saw many red flags in their relationship.
Anchor girl kinda, law enforcement kinda. But did you just hear that little last piece? That he said what friends and family say?
Of repeat offenders. Court records show Keyshawn Rousey had no other domestic abuse run-ins with law enforcement, but the criminal complaint shows friends and neighbors saw many red flags in their relationship.
Many red flags in their relationship. I'm gonna pull up the other one.
Domestic violence homicides
I know what I'm talking about.
result, and there was no reports of domestic violence prior to that homicide.
I sat down with Captain Lucretia Turner of Milwaukee Police's Sensitive Crimes Division weeks ago, speaking about the difficulties police have in general in facing domestic violence cases.
Some victims, I don't believe, think that, it could end in a fatality.
Now, on the city's northwest.
It may be very apparent to everyone around watching the situation go on.
Keyshawn Rousey.
Wednesday, Keyshawn Rousey was charged for killing his ex-girlfriend, 19-year-old Leah Davis. According to the criminal complaint, there were warning signs. A friend of Davis told police the two had a rocky relationship and said Rousey was possessive and overprotective. That same friend said she would mediate arguments between the two. And a neighbor said she heard them fighting 6 or 7 times in the last few months.
But if you're in a violent relationship where you're noticing...
Stop that. Wait a minute. Watch this. Cause we gonna play it back. Don't worry about it.
Keyshawn Rousey.
Wednesday, Keyshawn Rousey was charged for...
Keyshawn Rousey got the wicks and a big-ass throat tattoo. Remember that.
Killing his ex-girlfriend, 19-year-old Leah Davis. According to the criminal...
The one who was real mature. For her age. Remember, she was raised by her granny?
Complaint, there were warning signs. A friend of Davis told police the two had a rocky relationship and said Rousey was possessive and overprotective. That same friend said she would mediate arguments between the two.
Oh, so they was already going through a little something. The friend saw it, right? All right.
And a neighbor said she heard them fighting 6 or 7 times in the last few months.
6 or 7 times they fighting. Watch this.
He was tricked as far as relationship-wise.
You heard that sucker shit? Look. Watch it.
Home near 66th and Lisbon over the weekend. Family says an ex-boyfriend took her life.
I feel like she was tricked as far as relationship-wise, because this was her first relationship.
Marvin Jones.
She was tricked because it's her first relationship. Who come up with that?
Was an after-school mentor for Leah when she was attending Our Avenue Community School. He says he became a close family friend.
She always stuck out because she was raised by her granny Peggy. Right. And, you know, so Leah had an old soul. She was real mature for her age.
Real mature for her age. Didn't these people say that they have been a domestic 6 or 7 times? They've been in a rocky relationship. This shit been going on, right? Really mature for her age. She was raised by Granny.
He said she was responsible, focused on school, and was working to create a future for herself.
I'm going to stop it right there. She was responsible.
But if you're in a violent relationship where you're noticing possession, over jealousy, violence of any sort, and you separate from the relationship, you can be assured that the violence is going to spike.
Did I not been telling y'all that about the domestic love relationship? About you can break up. You be broke up. Your partner ain't broke up yet. There's always one that want to break up. There's always one that don't want to break up. And I think she's a therapist. She's family peace center and shit like that right there. She said it too.
Violence of any sort, and you separate from the relationship, you can be assured that the violence is going to spike.
Carmen Petrie is the president and CEO of the Sojourner Family Peace Center, an advocacy organization for survivors of domestic violence. I went over the criminal complaint with her on Wednesday. When you went through this complaint, did you see opportunities for there to be a different outcome?
That's a tricky question.
Tricky.
What I saw is patterns that I've seen before in other relationships. Jealousy, you know, there had been a breakup, that's common. It is
Breakups is common. For you to get something done to you is common after a breakup. Say women know 3 months before the breakup. I can agree.
not uncommon for other people to know, but just not know how to intervene. And I put that on us as a society, not on that neighbor or that friend. How have we as a community educated people about resources?
The criminal complaint says 3 weeks after the breakup, Rousey told a friend he killed her. Like, what's the best way for someone to leave an unhealthy relationship?
The best way to get out is individual to yourself. It's your own individual safety plan.
Basically, she's saying it's your own understanding, your own choices. I'm here to tell you, typically we better stay together. Typically, let's stay together. But if we just can't stay together, you better remain friends until y'all can finally just go ahead on and, you know what I'm saying, relationships is like drugs. It is addicting. So you got to wean people off of you. You got to wean people off of you. And a lot of times, if you is going to break up, you might want to leave the state sometime. If you have a job and you can take vacation and shit like that right now, it's best to break up and go on vacation real quick. I'm trying to tell you something. Or like I say to a lot of females, try to get your friends to smash your man if you know that you're going to break up. Because now you got full reason, and you know what I'm saying? And then he's going to beg for you back and all that right there. And all you got to say is what? Okay, we can get back together if I can smash one of your friends. I'm just saying.
That's why that conversation with someone who knows violence and how it can escalate and the safety planning piece is pretty critical.
To start that conversation, you can call one of these numbers on your screen.
Now, to start that conversation, you can watch the Willie Williams show right here in the screen. Because damn it, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you these fibs out here that people are trying to tell you. This is why we try to keep people together. You know what I'm saying? People trying to separate too goddamn much. This is a problem. Oh, wait. Damn it, I almost took this one right here off because they had a visual for this, baby. That's what's up. Here you go.
She really just didn't get to live her life.
19-year-old Leah Davis was a bright light in her family's lives.
She was the sweetest person ever. She didn't bother anyone. She left home trying to be independent.
Left home tried to be independent. Why is it? See, now this is the second person who said something like it's a hurdle for once you become an adult to get out and get your own place, get your own car. And Like that is so, that's such, well hell, it is a goal, but they making it like you trying to buy a restaurant or some shit like that right there. Like it's just so hard to do. This is what we've been doing from the time that we've been adults. 18, 19, back in my day, we've been having apartment, cars, and jobs. Like that regular shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's, oh my God. It is such a thing to do it now.
She left home, trying to be independent.
Tried to be independent.
Just a sweet girl.
Davis was shot and killed in her apartment on 66th Street and Lisbon Avenue Saturday night. Her family says it was domestic violence that took her life.
Yes, it was.
All this back and forth trying to kill somebody because they don't want to be with you, it's not worth it.
We have long.
Girl. Yeah. It's not worth it, baby. You ain't never been there. I know. We all say, walk away. Yeah. We can say that shit until you is in a position to where you can't walk away.
Too many women in this city.
12 News Investigates reported earlier this week more than 100 women have been killed since 2019 in Milwaukee.
Since 2019 in Milwaukee, 100 have been killed. I think in the past month, well, Milwaukee, I probably showed like 2 or 3 women getting knocked off out of Milwaukee. But like women across the country, I probably did like 20, 30 videos in a month of women getting knocked off.
And more than a quarter of them were victims of domestic violence.
There was nothing that she wouldn't do for you. It's sad we wasn't here for her.
Now, flowers and balloons met with tears and a warm embrace outside of her apartment Sunday to honor the life Davis left behind.
She would definitely be missed.
And she will be missed. You know what I'm saying? Listen. A lot of times we pick people who is already broken. There's so many people that is broken, and listen, to you good mamas. This is why we need daddies. Let me explain something to you. Because you look at the child that you raised, be like, oh my God, my child did so great and all that shit right there. But that shit that's back in their mind, the things that they going through that they never even speak to you about, the things that a lot of times they don't even know that is a problem until it's confronted with a problem. People have real issues because a lot of times they don't have both parents, or they had 2 bad parents, or 1 bad parent and 1 good parent. All of this starts at home. It really do start at home. And then we go out and we meet people. Our social skills is toe up. She was a bright soul. She was smart. She was intelligent. She was super mature. I told you the meat that she picked had a throat tattoo. She's super smart, intelligent. She going to school for nursing, everything. She was just the sweetest thing. The dude she picked had a throat tattoo. I know, Willie, you shouldn't judge people who have tattoos. Her mentor said she was raised by a granny. Her mentality was way superb. She got out on her own, got her own car, job, and all that fly shit right there. She was finna go to school for nursing. She never did any drugs. The dude, the meat she picked, had a throat tattoo. I'm just trying to help. Moving right along, I'm just, hey, man, hey. You could take it for what it is. But it seemed to me like these so-called smart and educated females sure enough know how to pick them. I didn't pick them. She picked them. Don't get mad with me. They picking them. I know sometimes you can't tell when somebody gonna kill you. It's understood. Say poor monkey management, poor meat management. There you go. Listen, we can say, oh my God, you never know who is going to snap. You never know who you in a relationship with. Yeah, but there's some there's some telltale signs that shit might go left. Y'all young, 19, 20, he have a whole throat tattoo. Where he gonna work at? If he ain't got his own business, where he gonna work at other than like some fast food shit or something like that? You trying to build with a player and how?